I'm Lauren and this is my channel, Lauren's Beauty Corner. Today I've just filmed a quick makeup tutorial for you based on this look here. It's basically my day-to-day look, my eyebrows, my base, everything's the same. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. In the comments down below, please leave some other video suggestions on what you'd like to see from me next. This is my first video, so I am pretty new at this, well, very new. I'm going to put links of everything in the description below. That's my blog, Twitter, Instagram, everything, so you can follow me and just keep up to date with my life, which basically means watching me eat McDonald's every day. I am going to make a Snapchat for this account, so you can follow me around. I don't think I'm going to get many ads, but I will add the first few people back, and yeah, I hope to see you very soon. Okay, so I've just finished putting my foundation base on, and that's kind of cut off recording, so I didn't realise it cut off recording. I've done my foundation, I've primed my eyelids using the Urban Decay Eden Primer, camera's here, which is a really good primer for covering up veininess and all that. And then I've, on the base of my lids, I've put, from the Urban Decay 2 palette, the Naked 2, I've put this shade which is Foxy all over my lid just to give me a nice base colour so that I can make the diffusion of the eyeshadows a lot easier. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use, from the same palette, I'm going to use the shade Tease, which is just a really matte, just taupe colour. I'm just going to put that on my Zoeva 231 Luxe Petite Crease. I love these brushes, they're so soft and really good for blending. And I'm just going to blend that in my crease, really gently. My tip for blending is just use a light hand and blend for as much as you want. Like, there's no time limit on blending. As long as it's all blended and looks good, it's fine. No one needs to worry about how long you take with your makeup. So just keep blending that. And once you think you've finished blending, just blend some more, because no one's ever really finished blending. Okay. So I think that's quite alright now. I'm trying to go for quite a dark, smoky look with a bright lash line, or well, somewhat bright lash line. I've got limited products to work with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 227 Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer brush and the shade Buck from the Urban Decay Naked palette, the first one. I'm just going to dab that on there, and then I'm just going to blend that through the crease again, just to give it some more depth and definition. And this is a really nice brush to blend with because it blends everything so effortlessly. And I'm just going to drag that further onto my lid. This is very off the bat, like I haven't planned this out or anything, I just put the camera down and I've started filming. And yeah. What I'm going to do now is just to blend out the edges. I'm going to use this sleek palette. This is the Au Naturel 601. And I'm just going to use these two shades at the top here, the orange and the yellow. These two here. And I'm just going to do that to blend out the edges. And you just blend that out. There you go. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Zoeva 234 Luxe Smoky Shader brush and Blackout from the Naked 2 palette again. And I'm just going to gently, like very light-handed, like not a lot at all, put that on the outer edge of my eye. So that's just going in the outer corner, just for some depth and definition. Now don't worry, it does look messy, but I will be blending this out. I just like to make sure I've got all the colour payoff before I've blended it. And then I'm going to go back in with the fluffy brush that we used before to do the Buck shade. This is the Luxe Soft Definer again. So I'm just going to blend that out. I'm going to put some more tease on that brush so that it blends a bit nicer. Now I am using a mirror as well as the camera as like my guide, but smidge. And then you just want to blend the other eye. Okay, Miss Popular right here. And then I'm going to go back with this pencil brush and just blend that a bit more. So that's that. It's quite dark, but obviously it could be a lot smokier and a lot darker. But I think I'm just going to do this as like a daily wear kind of thing, so it's not too out there and people aren't going to judge me for it. I've got another one of these Zoeva brushes, and I'm going to use from the Sleek palette. Again, I'm just going to use this champagne colour in the corner. I'm just going to put that all over my lid. Now, the colour payoff of these palettes, they are good, but they're nothing compared to other brands such as MAC and Urban Decay. But they are very worth it for the money that you pay for them. I believe this palette's about £7–8, and I do love it. It is one of my go-to palettes. Okay, so that's that, and I'm just going to go back with the fluffy brush again and just blend that all in using some more of these shades, just to make sure it's all blended and effortless. Okay, and that's that. That's the eyeshadow done for now. Now I've got a bit of fallout, so I'm just going to use my big Zoeva Silk Finish brush to just wipe that away. I love this brush, it's so dense but so soft at the same time. Just make sure it's all blended out. Now I'm going to go on to eyebrows, and I do my eyebrows very bold, and I like they look nothing like this. I mean, they've still got a similar shape, but they are a lot different. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to manage them on camera because I've never done them on camera before, but I'm going to try. So what I use for my eyebrows is I use my I've created this MAC duo myself. This is the shade Embark, and this is the shade Omega. I use Omega if I'm going for a more natural look, which is not very often if you can't tell. So Embark is my go-to colour. I don't know how well I'm going to manage my eyebrows. I don't need to spoolie them because they lie flat anyway, and I'm just dropping everything. Yeah, they lie flat anyway and they just don't move really. So I just do a typical brow. Draw a line on the bottom, connect it. There's loads of tutorials on how to do the perfect brow. I mean, I wouldn't say mine are perfect, I hardly like my brows. If any of you know how well HD brows are, please let me know in the comments down below, because I've always wanted to try HD brows, but I'm not willing to pay if they're not very good. So I'll just read all the comments down below and then I'll make a decision on whether to do HD brows or not. So yeah, and then I basically pencil the outside, well, powder the outside, and I draw that on. But as I said, I do like my brows very bold, which does mean that a lot of the times they don't match and they are not even. But hey, eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So, yeah, don't judge me on that, please. So I've just filled in the front of my brow with the Omega shade. And then I'm going in with, for my eyebrow first, I use the Wing Liner brush by Zoeva, which is a really pointy, sharp, crisp brush. And then to fill it in, I'm using the 322 Brow Line. I like this one if I'm going for a more natural look, but I don't do natural really. And then, yeah, I just blend that out into my brow. This is the Embark shade again by MAC. Now on camera it looks not very blended, but I can show you in person it is blended out to perfection. Gonna do my arch a bit more because I feel like the tail's a bit thin. There we go, so that's the first brow done. Now I can't guarantee that the second brow will look the same because this brow always, and I swear every single time I do my brows it just messes up. There's something wrong with this eyebrow. And then when they look somewhat similar, which they kind of do, kind of don't. I like to go in with my Benefit Gimme Brow just to make sure that they're all set and ready to take on the day. And then I just brush that through my brows. Now there are other dupes that I prefer than the Gimme Brow. For example, I believe it's the Essence Make Me Brow. It's exactly the same product, same colour payoff, but the brush is a bit bigger. Like, I like the Gimme Brow because the brush is smaller, but the Essence one is just a lot easier on the budget wise if you can't afford it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to conceal, because conceal it, don't feel it. I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is in the shade Classic Ivory. This is just to conceal my under eye circles. So I'm just doing that. As I said before, I'm probably doing everything wrong, so please don't judge me. Everyone does their makeup differently. And then I'm going in with my Real Techniques buffing brush. And I like to just tap that in with that because I feel like this diffuses it a lot nicer. It just looks better. Okay, I've got slight hair on my face. No worries, we can work with that. Then to highlight my face, I like to use the Bourjois Radiance Reveal Concealer. I've used this a few times and I do really like it. It is very radiating. And I just pop that under my eyes in a triangle formation. I'm going to do that on the other eye too, obviously. That wasn't even a triangle, but we'll work with it. Got to. And then to blend that out, I'm using the Zoeva Silk Finish brush again, and I'm just dabbing that in. Everyone loves a good dab. If you dab it in instead of like brushing, like wiping it, it does stay a lot longer and it just looks a lot nicer. And you get more coverage if you just dab. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is using my Revolution Ultra Contour palette. I'm going to use this banana shade right here and the Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just going to set my under eyes with that. I like to use a banana shade because it's just a yellow pigment, so it brightens your under eyes more. Now I'm going to have to work quick because the battery is dying. Got about 5% left. So yeah, that's that all blended in. And I'm going to go over it with this shade here and just highlight that a bit more. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my under eyes and I'm going to use the Sleek palette, and I'm just going to use the shade at the bottom here, again on the Zoeva Luxe Smoky shader. I'm just going to pop that colour on there, and I'm just going to blend that on my bottom lash line. Now I do look like I've been slapped across the face because of my panda eyes, but we will work with that. Okay, and then I'm going to use the Real Techniques base shadow brush just to blend that out. I love this brush. I love all Real Techniques brushes, they are really good. And then on the inner corner, I'm just going to use this white shade, the first shade in the palette, and I'm just going to highlight my inner corner slightly. Oh, I've got something on my lid here. Oh, some fluff, lovely. Okay, and that's the eyeshadow look done. And then I'm just going to set the rest of my face with this powder, the Clear Complexion by Rimmel, and the Real Techniques brush, can't remember the name, it's rubbed off. I believe it's the powder brush, and I'm just going to set the rest of my face with that. I don't like highlighting or concealing the rest of my face because I like to keep it more natural so that I don't look weird. And then I'm going to contour. I love a good strong contour. So for that, I'm using the Real Techniques contour brush and the same Revolution palette. So I'm going to use these two shades mixed together here because they're quite dark and every girl loves a strong contour. I'm just going to put that right here. So the camera cut off, but I just used these two shades right here to create a nice kind of strong contour. Kind of decided against the full shabam. I'm again using the Real Techniques contouring brush and this sleek palette. This is the Eye and Cheek palette, the Dancing Till Dusk 027, and I'm just going to put these two blush shades together, which creates a really nice pigmentation. I'm just going to run that over my cheekbones. I don't want a lot of colour on my cheekbones, but enough to know that it's there. Again. Okay, that's a bit much. It's fine, we'll work with it. And I'll blend that out again. There we go. Then I'm going to use the Real Techniques angled highlighter brush and the Revolution palette again. I love this palette for the highlights. I'm going to use this highlight right here. I love all Revolution highlighters. I feel like they're really good for the cheek. You pay nothing for such a good highlighter. Like, okay, that's a bit much. Like, the pigmentation is absolutely crazy. Like, I keep saying like. It is like. I did it again. It is divine. Like, like that word. So I'm just going to highlight my cupid's bow, my chin, and then just my forehead slightly and my nose. I like a good highlighted nose. So that's almost everything done. I'm going to go back in to my eyelashes. I'm using my roller lash, but today I'm going to use the Maybelline The Rocket Volume as a base. So I'm just going to curl my lashes. Now I have had this mascara for a while, so it might be a little bit dry. So then I'm just using the roller lash on top of that. That's the eyes done. That's basically the whole face done. I've decided I'm going to go for quite a natural lip look, mainly because the eyes are quite out there and the lash line is. So I'm going to use the Sexy Mother Pucker gloss stick. So this is the lip gloss and this is in Bashful. I've had this for quite a while, but it's a really nice pale pink colour, and I'm just going to put that over my lip. And there we go. So this is quite a natural look, but you can add more colours and make darker lips or whatever you want, like add a stronger highlight. Mine's quite strong at the minute because I underestimate the pigmentation. But yeah, this is the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed this. This is my first video. Please do like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing. Share the video with your friends. Please let me know in the comments down below what kind of videos you'd like to see next. I'm open to filming anything, lifestyle, fashion, anything you want. Thanks for watching. Bye!